Hey squad, TitoBods here, and today is the official start of the Pioneer server, wherein we have the privilege to actually join, because in today's Pioneer server, or this week's Pioneer server, it's going to be really a huge one, because they are introducing a lot of new events, they're introducing a lot of new system progression for the game. So what I'm going to do is going to divide each and individual topics for each individual video, so that everyone can actually understand what we're trying to point at. But before we continue with the video, I just want to give you guys a disclosure that every single new events, every single new progression update, or everything that you will see in the Pioneer server is always subject to change. So now that's out of the way, let's start with the video of today. So in this video, what we're going to talk about is the gears, regarding the gear and of course the gem. So there are two new things that you're going to see in this video. The first one is regarding the level of the gear, the rarity of the gear, and also the gems. So there is a new gem slot for the new gears or mythical gears. Let me just give you an example through Napoleon here. So we did check out some of the gears already. So we have the absolute precision here. Okay, so for example, let's go first for your fairy sun here. You can upgrade it now using this. There is an additional bonus, 2% for the archer. You also have an archer health bonus, 2%, and also additional unit capacity, plus additional damage reduction, unit types countering you at 0.3 at the early onset of the stage. Then you have archer damage taken reduction by an additional 0.16. And then you can also see here another gem slots. Now we're going to talk about that in a bit. So first, let's see how you do the absolute precision. Now this is the required materials in order for you to unlock your absolute precision. Now let's go and do the refinement. So from your fairy, now you have your absolute precision. Now at level 80, this is the current buffs that you will be having or receiving. These are the bonuses. You can see all that we have talked about in there. Now once you level it up, you can use your forging kits to level it up. Now once you level this up to 100, you will get the extra gear gem slot. So this one. So let's see. Go and use the levels. Okay. Now once you hit the level 100, you will see now that the level is locked. You cannot level it up more than 100. There is a timer here of 40 days in order for you to unlock the next level after 100. So same thing that happened with your castle facilities. So it's good for, you know, players who wants to still catch up. But for me, like for example, I am not a kraken nor a whale. I'm just a baby shark. That's what I call myself. So we have time to actually catch up to some of the players who are going to also get the 100 levels for this. So no need to worry about that. So they still need to wait in order for them to progress in the game. Okay, let's compare now. You have archer defense 19.58. Now this is 26.58. So the difference is 7%. For your health, this is 5%. This is 3%. Is still 2%. So the only additional thing that was added after 20 levels of your absolute precision is the defense bonus. So if you have your embrace of effulgence, which is an attack, and once we level this up, it will be a might of heaven breaker. That's the new name. And you will see here the difference in the attack bonus is almost the same when it comes to percentages. And the best thing about this one is, for me, this is, I think, going to be the priority. So I'm a damage dealer. I'm a swordsman in particular. So I think my priority here is going to be the damage. Reason is because I will target players that I counter specifically, which is pikemen. And I would love to deal damage as quick as possible before some other players attack me, like a Lubu, for example. So we have here your Might of Heaven Breaker versus your Embrace of Effulgence. So the attack is added up around 7%, which is pretty huge in my opinion if you're going to ask me. Now that you're at 100, you can also advance your level since you're already at 100. So you're going to need now the new material, which is the Crimson Meteorite. And you can get this from the Island Challenge. So in the Island Challenge, you can see here the Crimson Meteorite. So you can also get your legendary lightning crystals and legendary magma crystals. So it's going to speed up your legendary lightning crystal game for sure. Plus you have the crimson meteorite. So it's going to be free, to be honest with you guys. Another island tactics, but it's elevated. Here are the rewards that you can get. And you can actually get those rewards through the rankings in here. But eventually, slowly but surely, you will gain legendary magma crystals and lightning magma crystals in this new island challenge. And also, of course, forging kits. So that's going to be a neat thing. So now we can do level the tiers of the stars. So what this is going to add on is your damage in this scenario. So every time the additional damage would be 0.4 or 0.40. So let's see how much we can get, or how much level we can get from this. So now it's 4.96. That's going to be the final damage that you can get. That is a lot. 4% times 5 is like around 2%, which we all know is a huge thing, especially if you add in your shoes. So with your shoes here and you add that, you're going to have 4% additional for the damage. So also, if you get to the end, let's see if we can get to the end, you will gain extra skill damage, which is pretty good. So now you will need, though, at the 3rd star level, you will need the legendary lightning crystals, not the magma crystals anymore. And also another thing is, in order for you to advance to the 3rd star, you have to unlock it to level 120, which is right now still locked, and you're going to wait 40 days for it to unlock. To be honest with you guys, the red gear, as what I will call it for short, is long awaited by a lot of players, because some players, maybe some of you guys don't know, but there are players that are, or that has a lot of, you know, lightning crystals, magma crystals, forging kits. Like me, I do have a lot of those that I don't really use, and they have been waiting for more upgrades for the gears, because they have so much that they want to, you know, use it. So there are players like that. So only players, I think, from the old servers are going to enjoy first the benefit of this, but not unless this is also available on the newer servers right away. So I think everything is going to be fine. So also, the new progression line like this gives players all of the tiers a new growth, you know, goal, and that is a growth potential for everyone that has been stuck on their current, you know, level. So there are servers that are like that. So I'm not going to mention those servers, but there are players that are like that, that are looking for new growth goal or new growth potential for their accounts. It's not always going to be just the Krakens. It's not always going to be just the spenders, but there are players like that. As you see here, these red gears that I was talking about was, you know, forged from your old legendary gears, which is, you know, the gold gears. Which is, I want to call it the gold gears since this is a red one. So all of your gold gears before is actually transitioning to the red gears. So you don't need to worry about retaining your old ones. And for the crimson meteorite, it's going to have a stable acquisition method in the future for sure, because a lot of the added things that they have done in the game, like for example your raw irons, your other materials that has been added as new, is now available in a lot of facets in the game. So for sure they will have a stable acquisition method of the new crimson meteorite. The level cap of 140 for the equipment is unlocked through stages and over time. So early stage pressure really is very, very low, and free-to-play players can experience it, you know, progressively, as long as you are in the point that you already reach your max potential for your gears. Not necessarily needed the stars, but the gears. So even if you don't have stars for your, you know, equipment, you can still do the levels. Although if you have any other questions regarding the current system for your gears, please let me know in the comments, and I will make sure to check out your responses. So since we are already here, let's see what is new with the gems. We have 2 gems here already. Now, in order for you to make the gems, what you need to do is go here to your vault, and then on your gems here, you can see the fuse, and then you can see it on your gem smelting. So that's the new one. You can also access it through your blacksmith. Just click on the blacksmith and click on fuse, and you will see the gem smelting right away. Now, in order for you to smelt, you need this smelting point. So there is a smelting point required per quality of your, you know, smelting. Smelting gems cost smelting points. Higher quality gems require more smelting points. You automatically receive 40 smelting points daily, at reset. That's reset. Smelting points can have a cap. Once you reach it, you can't receive any more. Okay. So it's free. You can get the smelting points every day. So you don't really need to worry about leveling up, you know, the gears or this new gem. So we'll see how much we can actually get for the rare ones, or can we get more quality after the rare ones. Let's see first the details though. So smelting rules, you can already have this one. You can return your war strategy, hero, and tactical gems into the new composite gems through gem smelting. Okay, so hero, tactical, and war strategy is the three types of gems that some of you guys may not know. So one is the strategy, which is your troop capacity, your health, your defense, so your attack. So those are your war strategy. Of course, the hero are the might, the strategy, you know, all attribute, armor, okay. And the tactical gems are those things with active, passive, or secondary strike. So those are the tactical gems. So I don't know if you already know that, but it's a good thing to add it for those players who doesn't know yet. Second, first select the desired quality of the composite gem to be smelted. Each smelting requires 2 gems of the same quality for war, strategy, hero, or tactical gems, as well as the corresponding amount of smelting points for that quality, which is what I showed you earlier. After smelting, you obtain a random composite gem. Now this is what I like about it. It is another random thing. It is another RNG, same as with your mounts and adornments. Now let's see what we can get from this. So here are the gems that you can get. So you have this, the hero unit capacity plus hero armor, 75 and 65. So everything here is 9.1. Okay, there's nothing here that is more than that. So all is fair. All is fair in love and war. So everything is here. So first up, you will get this randomly, hero unit capacity plus hero's armor. So the amount of the things here are or differs based on quality, so we don't really care about that right now. So here are the combinations: hero unit capacity, hero armor, hero unit capacity, hero strategy, hero unit capacity again, and hero smite. All unit types health, okay, plus hero strategy. All unit types health, hero armor. All unit types health, hero might. So as you can see, it only revolves around the might, the armor, the strategy. So those are the three that it revolves in, and it's either troop capacity, it's either health, it's either attack, and it's either defense. So all of the 4 war strategy plus added a hero gem. So those are the combinations that you can get from smelting. You know what will be a neat thing that they can add here is that when you smelt, maybe you want to smelt everything. But the thing is, there is a limit, right? But you know, if you can smelt everything, that would be nice. Smelt everything right away, that would be nice, right? So it doesn't matter what type of gem you really use. Let me just give you an extra, you know, explanation on this one. So the new compound gem system is going to be launched together with the, you know, equipment or the armor or the gear, whatever you call it. It will be launched together with that, because that just makes sense, because they go hand in hand, okay? And as I mentioned, everything here has some sort of randomness to them. So you can actually optimize them through this smelting and forging. And the new material for the, you know, upgrading of this gem can be obtained for free, as I said earlier, through the smelting point. They can also add it in the island challenge or via the shop. Anyway, let's try to forge or combine these gems. So we have here the composite. We can now fuse for sure. Let's go for batch fuse. Okay, it's already in there. You can also do the manual fuse, which is going to be, I think, better for you guys. So let's see here. What do we have? Okay, do we have here fusible for your hero unit capacity plus might? So this can be used for Miyamoto's, which is good because you have, you know, unit capacity. The gem game isn't really going to change at all. There's only going to be additional. So let's fuse one. Okay, so now we have the green gem. I think it's safe to say that there's going to be a tactical advantage on what you have, but it's still going to be based on your luck. That's the best thing about it. It's based on your luck on the first stages. But once you have everything here, and then you can choose, which is, I think it's going to be on the latter part or later part of the development of the progression of this new new composite gems, that's the only time I think that you can actually choose what to have. For right now, at its infancy stage, you will still have to, use what you have. And most of the free-to-play players, low spenders and mid spenders, are actually experiencing the same thing. I should know because I'm one of the free-to-play players. I have a free-to-play player account, and I also do experience that. So yeah. So now that we have that, we can now add it to your current equipment. So the good part about this is that you can use it everywhere. You can use it on your helmet. You can use it on your arm. So anywhere on the 4 slots of your equipment or your gear, you can slot in any composite gem, anything at all. So that's the good part. The quality is still, I think, top to rare. So that's the gem composite for you. So I'm really excited for you guys to actually test it out for yourself and then give me the feedback once you have experienced it for yourself. Right now also, I want to get your thoughts. What do you think about this additional, about the progression system that's going to be added soon in the game? And if you want to see more of our contents, click this video right now that you can see on your screen and check it out. And as always, squad, have a great day to everyone. This is your TitoBods, and I will see you in the next one.